Does anybody know what's going on?
Luke said something about a private party for Laura.
I don't think she's invited because I just left her at the house.
Alone?
No, Grandma Leslie's going to be there soon, but maybe it's a good thing that Mom's not here because then Dad can feel free to explain.
A few ground rules would help.
Well, that's why we're all here, to get our stories straight.
You mean your story?
I mean the story. Nikolas, from now on, the only truth that we all have.
Lucky, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be out of rehab.
I spoke to my counselor. He agreed with Dad. Some things aren't in the rule book. What can we do?
Glad you're here. Look, everybody. Laura appears fine. And she's anxious to get back to her regular life. But her recovery is fragile at best. And there are certain things that if she remembers could be dangerous and set her recovery back. So what I've told her is that there was a car accident the night before we were to have our wedding 4 years ago. She was driving, the brakes failed, and that's how Rick Weber was killed.
Oh, Luke, are you sure that's a good idea?
That's the story, Barbara, and we're all sticking to it. Now listen to me. All of her doctors agree that whatever happened between her and her stepfather in that attic that night is what triggered her illness. If she remembers that she killed Rick, we could lose her. Forever.
Even if we go along with Luke's story, the police know the truth.
This is the miracle we've been waiting for. Laura's back. We have to protect her. You don't start slinging bad news at her.
Mom told me not to expect perfection out of the people that you love, and maybe we're not giving her enough credit.
Okay, I understand your reluctance about not wanting to keep secrets, but I do think that Luke is right. Look, 4 years ago, Laura shattered into pieces, and right now we have absolutely no way of knowing just how stable or how precarious her mental state might be.
We can't afford to make mistakes, even with the best of intentions.
I realize that I don't really get a vote in this, but for what it's worth, I think that we should follow Luke's lead. I mean, he knows Laura better than anyone, and he obviously has her best interests at heart.
I agree.
Lulu?
Okay, yeah, fine, I'm in.
All right, fine. I won't fight it, at least not for now anyway.
Okay. Good. Now, for the twist. Laura and I are going to be remarried.
Oops. That could be a problem. Just in case it slipped your mind in all the excitement. You are married. To me.
Easy, Tracy. I was going to tell you in private that I'm going to remarry Laura.
Really? Then should I assume that you've already booked your tickets to the Dominican Republic? Because the only way you can marry her is if you divorce me.
This is a complicated situation.
No kidding. And whose fault is that? You brought this on yourself. And now you're asking every member of this family to lie to her face about what could be the most important thing in her life.
It's one thing to lie about what happened to Rick Weber, but to lie about her?
How long are you planning on deceiving her?
Given that the truth could drive her back into psychomotor disassociation for as long as possible.
That's a nice thought, but Mom's smart. She's going to figure this out.
Oh, little Lulu makes a really good point. You know, the failure of any lie is directly related to the number of people that know the truth.
All I'm trying to do is make sure that she doesn't find out anything about me or her kids that could compromise her recovery.
Doesn't give you much to talk about.
I just want her to be able to enjoy her life and her family.
Even though you're asking every member of that family to lie to her face?
I'm not asking you to do this for me. Do it for Laura.
My entire recovery is based on telling the truth. Lies can't be the answer here, Luke.
Oh, have you got another answer, Nikolas? I'm waiting.
What do Robin and Patrick think about this?
Well, all of Laura's doctors agree that it's too early for her to deal with any kind of emotional shock. So regardless of how we all feel, I think we need to honor the doctor's recommendations.
Luke, I don't have to do a damn thing.
Would you all excuse me? I need some time alone with Tracy.
Only if you call me by my married name. Mrs. Luke Spencer.
Smith? How things going?
I'm doing well.
Good. Lucky okay?
Yeah, he seems to be.
Listen, I hope that I didn't set his recovery back by consulting him on the Morgan case.
Look, that is between you and Lucky. I'm staying out of it.
I know. You seem very adamant about not wanting to be involved in any case against Jason.
Yeah, well, that's his choice. And he's made it very clear that he doesn't want me monitoring him or protecting him. He's in charge of his own recovery.
I understand that. It's just you've been shouldering most of the responsibility. You've been paying the bills, raising your son. I just want to help Lucky get back on his feet so he can help take some of the strain off of you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. But if you want Lucky back on the force, it has to be for professional reasons. My relationship with him cannot be a factor.
Well, that's going to be a little difficult because I'm always going to want the best for you, Elizabeth. And if that involves you getting back with Lucky, then I'm going to ensure that he gets his job.
We now join General Hospital.
That was quick.
Hey.
Good. How's your cell phone, huh?
Yeah, well, thanks for lending it to me.
Sure.
This pregnancy's got me really absent-minded.
Just happy to help you any way I can.
Grown woman, able to make your own decisions. But I can't figure out why you made the choice you just made.
What are you talking about?
Elizabeth, you are pregnant. So why would you choose to help Jason Morgan, who happens to be a wanted fugitive, do something criminal to the district attorney?
Okay, look, I don't know what you think you saw, but
Look,
all I was
don't
doing...
bother making excuses to me. But I can't help but wonder what would Lucky think. Remember him? Your baby's father?